Hey everybody, I'm just gonna put on a little makeup. So this is literally my go-to makeup look. Hold on, let me turn those lights off. Haha. Oh my gosh, I'm really blue. Maybe I'll turn them back on. Okay. Sorry if those are like blinding you in the back. I just wanted to come on here and talk with you guys because I have been gone for a month and that's a long time. I don't feel like I've really been gone that long before. So I just feel like I just kind of owe you guys an explanation. Actually, I don't really owe you guys an explanation. I just figured I would give you an explanation because I'm just so nice. You know what I mean? Just such a nice person. I'm just putting on like a little bit of my go-to crap because I lately haven't been doing anything with my makeup because, to be honest you guys, I have not been feeling well. I just have not been feeling well. I have been doing the bare minimum of stuff in my life because, like I said, I just haven't been feeling well, and I hate complaining and I hate even coming on here and saying that, but it's just the truth. And you know, it's the truth. I'm trying to think where I started. Okay, so what happened was, I don't even remember what happened, to be honest with you. I'm so out of it. Hold on. I didn't sleep last night. Okay, that's all I'm doing. That's all you guys get. I didn't sleep last night. I'm trying to think where I can put you guys so I can just sit down. Okay, Emma, I have to take her to the vet today because she has like something wrong with her eye, and I'll show you guys in a minute. I'm kind of crouching down. I always have a sweater on. I live in fucking sweaters. Excuse my language, but I do. All right, so let me just try to explain to you guys where I have been. I'm trying to make it so I'm not like cutting my head off, but unfortunately, I think I'm just gonna be cutting my head off, and that's just that. That's a little better. Okay, so let me explain to you guys. I can't really explain everything. All I know is that sometimes with my illness, and I don't know, maybe people out there can relate to this. I would love to hear if you guys can relate to this. With my illness, fibromyalgia, whether I have autoimmune disease, I don't really, whatever is going on, I do get brain fog. I can handle brain fog where I'm cloudy, or you know, where it feels like you have a little bit of allergies, you're just like a little bit out of it. That's one thing. Like, it sucks. It's hard to, you know, it's hard to function with, but it's doable. You can still live, you can still function, kind of function. But when I get cognitive issues, it's really hard for me to function. So in the beginning of the month, my goal was just to take a week or two off to basically start cooking better for my family, because I've just gotten into a habit because it's easier, and also because honestly I feel like I'm grasping at straws. I just feel like I can't seem to just do everything, and so, you know, I just kind of like, it's more important for them to eat than eat nothing, right? Or just, you know, it's more important than for them to eat than eat like, you know, a meal I throw in the microwave. I don't do that. So like, but I still don't cook like 100% healthy either, you know? So I just cook easy, and I've just gotten to the habit of that. So I'm like, you know what, Danielle, it's really important that you get back to cooking healthy for your family. So I took a week and two off so I could, because that takes a lot of concentration. I prefer to cook vegan meals. I'm not vegan. I mean, but let's just say plant-based meals. They're my funnest things for me to cook. I love cooking that way. I don't really prefer to cook meats. My family likes to eat meat, so I figured, you know what, I'll cook plant-based and then I'll add a meat here and there. In an ideal world, I would cook plant-based. I would find a organic farmer around here or a butcher around here that has like meat that is not in the main meat industry, you know what I mean? These are just ideals for me. I will grow my own vegetables, but in a real world with what I go through, it's so hard to do that. It's just like, I was doing so good, and then I had fun. I went to Tahoe with my friend and we had such a good time, and then I got back and then the flare just, I mean, I've already was in a flare, but the flare just like kicked in full force, and I had bad cognitive like issues. Like, I just could not concentrate. It's almost like when you're thinking about something and then it just like malfunctions. You're thinking about something and then it's just like, and you're like stumped. I have a hard time finding words. I have a hard time holding conversations. I have a hard time talking. I shake when I talk because it causes me anxiety when I feel that way. There's just so many things like that happen like when my brain's like that. It just does not work. It does not work. I can't think. Like I get lost a lot, you know? Like I get lost a lot in my trying to think. And that was happening like a lot, and it was happening. And when this happens to me, and this has happened to me for a long time, it is so scary. It just scares the shit out of me, to be honest with you. And I don't really know how to like, it's so hard for me to get out of, because it also, I suffer from anxiety, and that gives me the worst anxiety. And then it's just like a big circle, you know. And then an anxiety alone causes, you know, hard times or whatever. So anyway, like obviously making videos isn't my #1 priority. My family is, and I can barely take care of my family when I'm like that. I do the best I can, but I fail. I mean, let's be real. Like a lot of the time I don't do what I want to do because I'm not able to. And it's heartbreaking actually. It's kind of hard to come like just to even like talk about or say, because it just gets me down. I'm the type of person who, I don't mind being barefaced in a sweatshirt, but I also love to get dressed and I love to put makeup on. And I think I haven't even done that for like the longest time. Like I've had a few events that I've went to this past month, and one of them was my grandma's 85th birthday, and I felt so crappy just leading up to it and that day, but I knew I had to go. I mean, I cannot miss. There are times where you can make sacrifices where you're just like, sorry, I can't go, and don't mean to disappoint anybody, but I just can't go. But that's just something that I can't miss. You know what I mean? Like that is something, whether I feel crappy or I feel good or good, I can't miss it. I asked my cousin if she could take me because I didn't feel comfortable enough to drive because of my cognitive issues. I can drive around here, I'm familiar around here, but when I go downtown, like I'm telling you, it would have not been good. Like it would have stopped me from going probably if I had to drive, because I don't feel comfortable driving like where I don't know what's going on. Anyway, so my point of that is I had to make a decision, like, okay, Danielle, I didn't have much energy to get dressed, and that will stop me a lot of the time. I don't know if that stops you guys, but that will stop me. When I don't have energy to get dressed, it makes me not, like somewhere nice, somewhere you know that people are gonna be dressed up, it makes me not want to go, because I'm the type of person who likes to put on my face, who likes to get cleaned up. And when I can't do that, I just feel like, I don't know, not myself, you know? But I told myself, Danielle, it is more important you go. You need to go. Who cares what you look like? Who cares what your hair looks like? Who cares what face makeup you have on? Just go. And so I just put the bare minimum, kind of like what you saw today, with some mascara and some Victoria's Secret lip balm. I mean, it was that simple. I didn't even wear lipstick. And I went, and I was really happy I went. It didn't make me feel better, of course, because I was feeling crappy, so that didn't make me feel, I mean, I'm happy I went, I'm happy I got to experience it, but I still was really like didn't feel well after. I started to feel better cognitively about, I'd say like a week, I think like a week or two after, actually no, I think like 2 weeks after, I don't even know. Like I started to feel better about a week ago, I'd say, to where I woke up and I'm like, okay, like, wow, like I can think again, you know, like I can think again. That's huge, like, wow. Of course, when you can think again, you're worried that it can be taken away just like that. So I try not to get too excited about it because I just don't know how long it will last. I guess I just wanted to come on here and just kind of talk to you guys about, I'm sorry if I'm rambling. I just have been gone for a month, and I just know a lot of people might go through this, and I know that chronic illness is like so isolating. So when I make these videos, when I talk to you guys, when I vlog, it's so good to hear that I'm not alone in it. And I hope that by you guys watching my video, for people who suffer, that you also don't feel alone. because that is one thing about my YouTube channel that I really love, is that before my YouTube channel, I didn't know anybody who was chronically ill. And now I feel like I know so many people, and not that I want anybody to be chronically ill with whatever they're chronically ill with, but at the same time, it's like a community. I'm just really grateful for you guys, because it just does not feel good to go through what I go through alone. And I know that you guys feel the same way. It's hard when your family, when your husband, when your kids, they don't understand what you're going through. And that's really heartbreaking. And so for others to know what I'm going through, and for me to know what you guys are going through, I just find comfort in that, because nobody knows what we're going through unless you're going through it. And I would never want them to. I'd rather them not. I would rather my kids and my husband not. I'd rather them stay clueless with that, because I can take it. I'm good, like I'll be fine, you know, but I'm okay with them not knowing. But anyway, my point is that I just am grateful for you guys. Just kind of curious to know if anybody else has cognitive issues like that, to where you just feel like you're getting crossed, like your nerves or whatever's in your head are kind of cross wiring. They just don't connect. I don't know why it does that for me, but it's very paralyzing. It's really scary, you know. It doesn't happen all the time for me. Like, I'll get little cognitive things, but not to where it's that bad. So the fact that it happened again, I don't know, guys. It's just hard. It was hard. And I know, like, in the past, the way I've dealt with things like this is I just take it day by day. I do what I can. I don't put pressure on the things that I can't. And that's kind of what I do. I don't know. I just try to slowly work my way out. I just kind of go through the motions of the day, to be honest with you, until it like goes away. That's kind of what I do. Yeah, it's been challenging. I mean, don't get me wrong. The whole month hasn't been challenging. I mean, I've had a lot of good things in this month. You know, I'm still myself. I'm still my, you know, happy self or whatever, but my positive self. It does make me a little bit emotional talking about this issue, because it scared me. It just scares me when it's like that. It just kind of like it shakes me up a little bit. And I've been struggling a little bit with like my energy level and stuff. I think that there's just so much going on in my life, and I have a feeling that a lot of moms can kind of like, period, like without chronic illness, kind of like understand this, that it's already hard to keep up with everybody, to keep up with everything, to keep up with everybody's stuff, to keep up with your husband, keep up with yours. Like, it's really hard already. When you're ill, it's just that much harder. I mean, I've been noticing lately, like with school, like just the everyday grind is really hard for me. Like dropping off, doing lunch, doing dinner, doing homework, doing like just everything, like doing the dishes, going to the bathroom 50,000 times a day, like trying to take care of myself, taking care of my animals. I am not complaining. I love my life, but it's hard. And and it's just like, okay, so there's one way that Evie, Fibro Mom, explained it, and I really liked this way, and I don't think I'm saying this right when I say this, but I think it's like called the spoon theory, and it's where a chronically ill person has so many spoons. Say they have 10 spoons in the morning. They start off with 10 spoons, and every time they do something, it costs them a spoon. They get up, the bathroom, costs them a spoon. Brush your teeth, do whatever, get dressed, costs them a spoon. Get your kids ready for school, do their thing, cost them a spoon. You know, take them, drive them to school, cost, you know, like that. And by the time, not even by the afternoon time, my spoons are gone. My spoons are gone. And I still have to like get it through, you know, the last, well, for me, it's like 3 hours of the night, because I had to go to bed early, because I'm just freaking done, you know, by the end of the night. Another way I was trying to explain it to my cousin, which just recently found out she had fibromyalgia as well. Well, I didn't explain it to her. What I said was like, the only way, like at night, the reason why I go to bed early, you know, when you're pregnant, like especially like in those first trimester, where the nighttime comes and you're just done. Like you are done. You don't want to talk. Your feet hurt, your body hurts, and you just need to lay down. At least for me, every single night I just got to a place where I was like, I could not do anything else. I was done, period. Like I had to lay down or my body was gonna break. That's how I felt, and that is how I feel now. It's hard for me to like stay in really good spirits at night, and especially now that summertime's coming, when the nights, you know, it stays light later, it makes the days longer, and I love the longer days, but at the same time, like I said, my spoons are gone by the time the kids get home, and I still have to like make dinner and do dishes, and I don't even do that. I mean, I make dinner, if I make dinner, I don't always do dishes. I don't always take a shower. I'll wash my face and brush my teeth, but I don't always take a shower. There are things that I have to skip because I just don't feel well enough to do it, and I need to go to bed. I don't know, I'm just complaining. I don't mean to complain. I don't mean to complain. I just wanted to kind of come on here and give you guys, like, say hello, first of all. Also just kind of update you on what's been going on. Just, I guess, complain a little bit. I mean, you guys don't see me complain a lot, but sometimes you gotta complain a little bit. And I don't really, I'm not trying to complain. I think I'm just trying to educate. And also for the people who understand, maybe you guys can relate, and then I won't feel so bad. Maybe I won't feel like I'm freaking complaining. I don't know. Yeah, I guess I'm just kind of using you guys as a diary right now. I'm sitting in my room using you as a diary. So I woke up last night at 11 o'clock and I haven't been back to bed. I've been up, and this morning I was so badly, was like, gosh, I do not want to take Emma to the doctor because I need to come home and like go to sleep, because later on I need to pick Caden up and I have to take him to the doctor, and then I need to take him to lacrosse, and then I need to come home and do dinner. And I'm like, wow, that's gonna be a long day. But I looked at poor Emma's eye, and I have to take her to the doctor. So I called, and I'm just waiting now to go in, because obviously her eye looks bad. I'm not gonna make her wait, you know what I mean? No siree. No, I don't care how tired I am right now. I'm not gonna wait. So I'm hoping to be back on the train again. Like I said, when I look out here, I'm actually looking, the birds have found the bird feeder, and right now I'm looking at a bird that has like red on its head, and there's like, I think it's a woodpecker. It is a woodpecker. Oh my gosh, it's so cool. But there's also little baby finches like that have nested in our little birdhouse outside, and there's just a whole bunch. Like on one side of the bird feeder I put finch food, on the other side I put like wild bird food. It's a big one. And then I also put hummingbird feeders out. See, this is what I do to try to make myself feel better. I'll do little things like that. I'll just start little. And that was some things like I wanted to plant some strawberries, I wanted to plant some picking flowers, and then I'm looking at the bird, sorry. Bird houses make me really happy. Bird houses, I mean bird feeders, and also I bought some squirrel food. And pretty soon it's gonna be like, you pull up to my house and there's gonna be bunnies and squirrels and birds just flying around and roaming around my house. Hey, I'm good with that though. I'm cool. I'll go buy my own bunnies and put them outside and let them roam the land for free and just feed them every day. Doreen, my husband built a tortoise enclosure, and I'm gonna do a turtle video really soon. I think I'm gonna do that really soon actually, because I know you've been wanting it, and I think once he's done with that, I'll do that for you. I'll show you the hibernate, I'll show you all that kind of stuff. So look forward to that. I also am done with my string art for the winter. I am just waiting on the hardest part, which is trying to figure out what I want to say on the back of it. So that is what I'm waiting for. If you're watching, Kira, is just trying to figure out what I want to say, which that part is really important to me. So, you know, once I have it in my head, I will write that down and it will be sent off. I don't think there's any more updates. I think that's about it. So I'm sorry if this was kind of a boring vlog. It was important for me just to come on and say hello and just kind of tell you guys what was going on, give you guys a little update. So if you guys can relate to just the busyness of life and then being chronically ill on top of it, please let me know. Are you chronically ill and have a husband, have kids, and have animals? Do you still can you get dressed every day, put makeup on every day? Or do you find yourself like doing the bare minimum with sweatshirts? I mean, or please, maybe I try. I miss my makeup. No, Emma, the turtles are in my house right now because they woke up from hibernation.